Welcome, guys, to the EMP, aka Eligible Monster Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nat, and these two don't matter, so let's just get right into it.
We do not.
I'm kidding. This is Dan, and this is, I don't know, I picked that guy up on the street. I don't know who he is.
I'm Benny, and I'm
There you go.
responding to people on Twitter. How are you?
This is not important, Ben. This is a show that we're doing live right now.
I know. So what are we talking about today?
All right, then. Well, as you guys might know, we've been to
This is the only way you'll be able to get through the
Philadelphia.
whole intro.
to Philadelphia for a specific convention, right?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So we're going to talk about
Keystone.
that a little bit because it was fun.
It was Keystone, right?
Yes. Really? You already forgot about it?
Well, because my head always wants to say it's Philadelphia Comic Con.
No,
but no, they
it's,
went
yeah,
Keystone.
it is Keystone Comic Con, yes.
Which is just a ski resort near us.
That's
I honestly
true.
thought
That's
we were
true.
going to
It
go
actually,
skiing.
yes, it actually
instead.
did confuse me for a bit. I was like, are we going in the mountains for a
Right?
con? That's awesome, but no.
We get your snowboard.
It was their first year though, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was a little bit empty, emptier than what
Well-
we're used to because it's the first year.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really fun.
You don't want to say overall, like what's going to happen in today's podcast? Just going to go right into Keystone?
Well, yeah, dude.
We're pl-
this
so
is the
We're
intro,
going for the
man.
important
Well,
things.
for-
All right,
what
so
you guys know,
first
we're
of all,
playing catch
we're gonna do Keystone, then we're gonna do TGS because it was important,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then we're just gonna talk about what we've been up to for the past
Right,
2
because we
weeks.
missed the podcast for a couple of weeks due to these travels.
I was about to say due to Natalie. I'm like, what?
Due
what did I
to
do?
Natalie.
What's TGS?
Get out of here.
You may go.
I feel like I'm
Tokyo
missing...
Game Show.
Oh, okay.
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 This is gonna be a great podcast. Look forward to it. All right.
You guys didn't prepare
what's
me for
Phil-
any
it's
of this.
cool. It's all right. We're gonna
what's
fill you in.
Philadelphia?
Part of me was like, is this something I went to that I don't remember?
Who's
Yes,
Troy
we
Baker?
dragged you while you were half asleep. So so we attended Keystone Comic Con, and those guys had a bunch of panels, but since I had nothing going on, I went to
She
get.
wandered.
Yes, I did, and I found Troy Baker.
That's the whole reason she wants to bring up Keystone.
That legit was the only reason. I mean, it's true. I was just like, okay,
Good
Troy
reason.
Baker's going, so that means I'm going. And I had the honor to meet him for like 10 seconds. Okay, quick, like I'm just gonna give the rundown, right? What's going on?
No, just when you're like, okay.
Okay. Listen. So, because I was by myself, these guys had a panel, and they were kind of worried that they would not be on time at the panel. So I was just like, all right, it's cool. I'll just be in the line, wait for Troy Baker. I'll just do my own thing today. Well, it turns out that Ben, it turns out that he showed up pretty late. But then Ben was like, well, I have like a few minutes that I can just hang out with you in the line
Yes.
for.
That was
So-
me. I hung out with her in the line.
Yes. So
I
he
kept
was
her
kind of
company.
just because
So
I
was
was.
Tiffany from Comic Pop.
Yes, because I was super stressed, and Tiffany will tell you too. I was just super stressed. I was like, this is one of like my the biggest voice actor that I've been following forever now. So it's a big deal, and I think it was the second time meeting him, but the first time was really brief. It was like the red carpet event.
Ow.
Are you serious, dude?
That was my tattoo. Ow.
No, your tattoo's over there, dude. Come on, don't give me that.
Ow. Quit.
And so I was super stressed, and so Ben was just being Ben and just talking super loud. And at one point, I saw Troy Baker just like looking at Ben like, "Okay, this is my line. Can you please shut the
Who
fuck
the hell
up?"
are you?
Yeah, it's like, "Can you please stop? Keep it down." I was like, "Ben, shut up! You're gonna make a
making
bad
Troy Baker
impression."
mad.
You're
I know.
embarrassing
Yeah.
me. Stop.
And so all the people that were in line, they took like 10 minutes to 15 minutes to talk to him about, like they brought everything. They brought their like Last of Us statues for him to sign and stuff like that.
But
And I was sitting here.
statues? You can do that?
Yeah, dude. It was dope. It was like the very first Last of Us like statue with Ellie and Joel, and he was just like, "Yeah, let me sign this." And I was like,
That's
"Damn,
kinda
those
cool.
guys came prepared." And I was just sitting
Yeah.
here like, I have nothing. I had a badge. I was like, it's cool. I mean, I might be able to just display it at some point. What are you doing?
Don't worry about
Am I
me.
boring you? Seriously?
A little. I was there.
All right.
I'm trying to fix an actual issue.
At least Dan is listening. That's
I
cool.
am.
And the
Dan
audience
wasn't
is
there.
listening too.
I'm
Dan
It's cool.
listening
wasn't there.
He was
twice as
behind
hard.
me, dude. He was behind me. All
No,
right.
he was hanging out with the Comic Pop people.
So it's.
I was staring at the end of the line.
I know.
He was trying to figure out which one Kevin Conroy was.
No, what?
So
He was looking for Batman.
okay, yeah, he was actually next to Troy Baker, and he was like, "Who's Troy Baker?" I was like, "Oh, they have some good banter going on." So it was my turn finally, right? And Ben, surprisingly, I thought he was just gonna break the ice. He did not say a goddamn word.
No, I didn't want to do anything.
And I was like,
I didn't
all
know
right,
you
well,
wanted me to break the ice.
I've got this because I had the choice between like Shadow of Mordor, I had BioShock Infinite, I had Batman from the Telltale series because he voiced over Batman, and he had the Joker as well.
Yes.
And so I was like, well, screw it, BioShock Infinite. I mean, I don't like the game, but I still like Booker, So I'm just gonna, buy this poster and then just talk about what I like about him and the work he's done and stuff. I show up and I'm like, and he's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hi.
Yeah, that's all she could do.
I was like, holy shit. And then I was gone, man. I was gone, man. He was like, what's your name? I'm like, Natalie with an H. And then he was like, all right. He started just...
I didn't know you wanted to talk to him more. You seemed like you just wanted to get in and out.
He's like the biggest voice actor in my mind.
I know.
Him and Nolan North, So I sat there, I was just like, damn, what am I doing? Like, this is the first time I got like really starstruck. And it just did not end well. And then he was just like, thanks for your support. And he just gave me that right here. That's all I've got.
I even asked if she wanted, what was the other thing? Like,
at least he put much love on there.
Aww.
So I just
She didn't want to go to his concert that night either.
No, I was sick that night, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's not you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I was not feeling well. So, I couldn't attend his concert, and that was the only thing I got from him. And then I turned around, and I was so defeated, but apparently you told me that...
Yeah, that's a complete lie. I was standing at the end of the line. Natalie turns around, and I literally just see Natalie going...
Yeah, that's exactly what she was. That's why I didn't know she wanted to talk to him more.
I did. I just
didn't
didn't know what to
fangirling
say.
You were
hard.
fine, yeah.
I didn't know what to say. And I hated myself the entire rest of the day. I was just like, why?
Gary, I'm going to do this in the middle of the podcast. Gary, can you get me the other phone in the office, the one that has the yellow response to Twitter, so I can tweet that we're streaming this live? Because, by the way, guys, we stream this live on twitch.tv/eligiblemonster.
So,
it looks like it'll be on Thursdays. I don't know.
So anyway, the next thing that I've got for you guys to show you that is pretty cool, and they will pretty much get displayed upstairs because that's like a big thing. When I was in line for Troy Baker, Ben, that's pretty much the reason why Troy Baker was like, the fuck is this guy doing? Because he was like, Natalie, look what I got for us for our 10-year anniversary. And he got, I forgot his name. I know it's Aaron Pinky on Twitter, but what is his actual name?
Edwin Huang. I probably mispronounced his last name, but he does the Street Fighter comic books.
Yeah, the Street Fighter comic books. Yeah, so he had commissioned a piece of our two characters from Final Fantasy 11, but in a Final Fantasy 14 style. So my samurai right there with his warrior. And when he got me that, I was just like, oh my god, why do you give me this in line with Troy Baker right now?
I did get
You did.
You were like 10 away.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I just stared at it the whole time. It's so good. So he will just go upstairs. Again, this is to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. It's insane. I love it.
That was
Beautiful.
last Monday.
Yeah, I love it.
I was debating holding it until Monday when we got back.
You couldn't. No, you couldn't.
The issue
have.
was
You were too excited.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, one, I was excited. I didn't want to show her. But the other issue was I couldn't figure out a way to get it home.
Yes.
And her not be like, "What's in the giant envelope?"
I know.
Right.
Yeah. Because I carried everything else by hand back at home. Like all of these right there, they were my babies on the tray back. I was like, no one touches this.
And that's just it. Like there was no. I could have mailed it, but then I wouldn't have had it on our anniversary.
Yeah.
And then but then carrying it, she would have been like, "Well, what's the big thing?"
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Natalie.
Yep.
It wouldn't have made sense. I was like, I'll just give it to her now.
Yeah.
Because it was Friday and our anniversary was Monday. So.
Yeah. It was close enough, right?
And Thani just gifted a total of 5 tier 1 subs.
Thank you so much, Thani.
Thani,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much. Really do appreciate
gosh.
it. Execution, Thomas DeBeek, The Blue Morpho, Systemo, and Ivazon Gaming. Thank you for joining the family.
Yes. And for those of you, for you comic book fans, he also got me one of these without telling me.
Oh,
Which is
she
the
likes
black,
cats.
yeah, pictures of Black Panther little.
And she liked Black Panther.
ball of
it's-
yarn.
I mean, touch this. It's like super.
Oh, that's a good quality.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Oh, and it's got like bean bags for weight.
That way
See, that's
it can
clever.
just stay right here and see. It just.
That is clever. Instead of having to be like, oh, okay, we got to balance this perfect. No one ever touch anything near this or it's going to fall over.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's pretty much my entire trip summed up, but you guys went on different panels. It was fun to watch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the panels were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We
They
got
were.
to do a YouTube panel, which I had a lot of fun with.
Yep.
We got to do a comic historian panel, which, okay, so I'm going to tell a cute story about Dan.
Oh
Oh
God.
no, what is that?
Dan gets nervous to tell on panels.
Oh,
I
But
do.
in his
Dan.
defense, he's only done 2 where he's like a person on the panel. as
Yeah, an
opposed-
actual person as opposed to a shadow.
Well, because you've haven't you done the ones where you hosted my
Shadow.
panel for me?
No, the only other panel
Oh, no,
that
that
I
was
ever
Gary.
did
Gary did
was the Fort Collins Comic Con that we went
that's
to like the
right.
very first year they did it. And I'm just sitting there going, I've edited for 3 months.
I remember that. You were,
that's-
but you were happy then.
I was.
But it's funny
There weren't
because
many people though, so it was less intimidating.
right. So this one we get up there, and there was I'd say like 50 to 100 people, somewhere in there.
A good chunk.
But he also had Sal and Tiffany.
Yeah.
And so Dan, not having any kind of dynamic with them,
Yeah.
had no idea where to jump in and be a part of the
Well, in
conversation.
his
or a
defense,
very
though-
rough dynamic because we have done the Comic Story
That's
Weekly
true, but it
that we
was
also
just
do here on
one or twice.
twitch.tv/eligible every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
See, but that's the thing. What the hell, Dan?
I've had to
Just don't pull
plug.
it up with that, man. Oh my god.
I've gotten too addicted to the finger gun.
You really have.
Way
yes.
too addicted.
You need to kick that habit out, man. It's worse than smoking.
Okay, I think I've
stopped.
got all the connections we need. I managed to maintain the entire conversation while tweeting, talking to our email person, and dealing with
That's
our
because
animation
I was
person.
doing most of the talking.
But I was
anyway,
able to join the conversation.
you-
I am multi-talented.
It's also the fact that you and Sal and Tiffany have been working together for like 3 years now.
Oh yeah,
And Dan just kind of has like 2 or 3 episodes with them. That's it.
yeah.
But you did
Yeah.
great. You did great.
Maybe I should see if I can get you
It's
in on one
fun.
of the weekly polls. Start getting you in and more adapted to the crew.
It was fun.
You have to read comic books, Dan.
Ah shit.
It's a good thing he reads like 50 a week.
I just
He, for those who don't know, he hosts our comic book review show, which I joined him on because it's named after me. But I joined him on the show. This week, Natalie's going to be on Comic Story.
Don't put me on the spot
Yeah,
like this.
so join us on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern
God
on
damn
our
it.
Twitch channel.
All right, well, it's
indeed,
happening
and also
now.
Stuart, thank you for that subscription.
Oh, you know what? Thank you so much, Stuart67 for 10 months
Thank
in a
you.
row. All right, so let's move on to gaming news. Sound good?
Yeah,
And
that
then we'll
sounds
go to Tokyo
good.
Game Show because I want to hear
Also,
more.
you hosted Marvel's panel, which was pretty cool.
Yes, that was fun to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
That was nerve-wracking because I didn't know what to do.
You did great.
And so I had Nick Spencer, who's the writer of Secret Empire and Spider-Man right now. Kyle Higgins, who did Power Rangers Shattered Grid. And now he's doing Bucky the Winter Soldier, one of my favorite characters. And then we had to do one with, and Jim Zub was there. And I've known Jim Zub for a while. Jim Zub is great with improv and stuff like that on the panel. Kyle Higgins, you can tell that he hasn't been on too many recently. Like he's just kind of a sterner guy. But Nick Spencer did not seem like he wanted to be there at all. And apparently that's just him. So I didn't
Really?
know what to do with that.
Does he have resting bitch face?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a thing.
Oh gosh,
Jim Zub just wanted to have the champions kill all the Avengers.
that was
hilarious. The number of times he went back to that topic.
Yeah, he wanted to kill the Avengers. I keep asking him when it's going to happen. I did convince him to play Dungeons and Dragons with us on stream here, so that'll happen.
That's
yeah.
pretty. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no. Flashbull in our Twitch chat has been Comic Stories the team. And no, it is the team. I always make that argument. I also like to joke with Dan whenever it's
That's
funny.
always the argument until
need
it's
to pull
something
the
that
Benny
Benny
card.
wants to say it's him.
Yeah. But no, news-wise, so let's talk about some news that happened in gaming because we're going to talk about Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah,
We'll talk
the
about some cool
Tokyo
shows.
Game Show. Yep.
But PlayStation did what I am not going to lie, I never thought they would do.
Wait.
They caved.
They caved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had this entire discussion too, and I thought they weren't going to because they were fine.
Did I call it?
I
totally
said
called
the
it.
same thing. This is going to make or break them for the next generation. They caved. They 100% are allowing cross-play between Fortnite. They said they're going to do it across the board. They're going to start with Fortnite to make sure that the gaming experience of the PlayStation users is not ruined.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just your cop-out.
That's them going, we caved, but we don't want to seem like we fully
Yeah,
caved
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
We're just
yeah.
going to ease into it.
We don't want to admit that we actually made a mistake, and we just want to fix it now.
Yep.
But yeah.
So here's the write-up from GameSpot.com more recently because Microsoft responded. So I got the most recent of the articles.
Okay.
Because everyone's tracking this. Sony made the big unexpected announcement this week that it will finally allow crossplay between PlayStation 4 and competing consoles like Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the first supported game is Fortnite, while the others may follow later. Now, Microsoft and the other companies are responding to Sony's announcement, and it seems that nothing has been decided regarding other titles that may support crossplay down the track. Down. Starting with Microsoft, the company responded to PlayStation's tweet about crossplay with its raising hands emoji. I love how we're in a day and age where news is the emoji response to someone's tweet.
Yep. Yep. It's
So,
all about
like,
Twitter now.
It's
all
like
about
that
social
kid
media.
that got named after an emoji.
Who?
There was a kid
he
that's
sad face?
no, it's 3 heart faces. That's his name, or that's their name. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but that's their name
Iman
on their
Lude?
birth certificate. Is
What?
Starting with Microsoft, the company responded by raising hands in their crossplay emoji. As of 1 a.m. to September 26th, Xbox boss Phil Spencer has been one of Microsoft's most outspoken proponents of crossplay and has not tweeted about the news. Neither has Xbox marketing. This entire article is based on they did hands emojis.
they went,
Yeah.
yay.
Xbox is going, woo.
Woo! The Microsoft
Raise the roof.
spokesperson responded to Sony's crossplay news with a statement to IGN in which it says, supportive of new scenarios that enable more people to play and have fun together while gaming. The statement added that Microsoft hopes Sony will allow crossplay for Minecraft, but it added that there's nothing further to share at this time. Minecraft, which Microsoft owns, currently supports crossplay between consoles like Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. On Switch, players have to create a Microsoft account to play. If such a requirement was in place for the PlayStation 4, it may be one of the reasons why Sony isn't willing to connect the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for Minecraft.
That makes sense.
I could see that because the last thing Sony's going to want is a big Microsoft Xbox logo to pop up on their console. Yeah. IGN has also spoken with Activision Blizzard about crossplay. The company remarked that it has already had a great experience with crossplay for Hearthstone, adding that the company recognizes how crossplay is a compelling feature for many. However, Activision Blizzard said that it has a lot of work to do internally and with its partners at Xbox and PlayStation to decide if crossplay will be added to its other titles. So we'll be watching the upcoming PS4 crossplay test for Fortnite to assess what potential impact this feature would have on our players and our games. Bethesda said,
Oh, here we go.
it confirmed that Fallout 76 will not feature crossplay for a number of reasons and did not say what those were.
That's Bethesda for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Our
They're
game's
gonna
gonna sell
save
anyway,
it for some
so-
sort of event where they're like, okay, guys, for this weekend,
Can you bomb Xbox?
it's gonna be a full PlayStation users versus all the Xbox users.
Yeah.
That okay? For the record, that would be kind of fun.
That would be amazing. That'd be amazing. I think
That would be one hell of a console war.
Yeah. Another developer, Rocket League Studios, Psyonix, chimed in as well. VP Publishing, Jeremy Dunham. For the record, I think these are all the people that were outspoken about, well,
Yeah.
we would all love to do it, but Sony's the issue.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, which is find it funny that Bethesda's like, but there's other things.
Right.
There's other things in the way. Another developer, Rocket Studio developer Jeremy Dunham, said Psyonix is really happy that Sony's allowing crossplay for Fortnite, adding that it's a great step forward for the gaming industry. He went on to say that Psyonix is aware that, I'm probably mispronouncing the company's name, by the way, but you all know what Rocket League is. Is aware that Rocket League fans want
At least you're
crossplay.
pronouncing Rocket League right.
Rocket League between
God.
PS4 and Xbox One. There's no word on when this can happen. Rocket League supports crossplay between the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, but not PS4, but it looks like it's going to stay there for a little while longer. Psyonix was among one of the first studios to express interest in crossplay support. Dunham added that the crossplay support for Rocket League comes with a number of challenges,
What, did
including
you say
political
something?
ones.
What did you say? Anything,
He also said that he
Dan?
wants to ensure that if Rocket League ever supports crossplay between competing consoles, that players won't have their accounts locked to one platform or the other, like the previous issue we've had with Fortnite.
With Fortnite on the Switch and the PlayStation, yeah.
One of the issues that people had with Sony over its crossplay stance is that in Fortnite, players were locked out of their accounts if they played on another platform. Thankfully, Epic Games is addressing this with an upcoming update. They're working on an account merging feature that will allow players to combine their purchases, and it should launch in November. On the more immediate horizon, in the next few days, Epic will enable players to unlink their console from a Fortnite account and relink to another account. This is all good news for people who are frustratingly had to create multiple accounts to play in different systems. That is actually what kept me from playing Fortnite and Switch.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start over.
What about the people who did start over?
There'll
Knowing
probably be news on
Epic
that.
Games, since they are actually pretty good with their player base, I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if they did a system where it was like, hey, you've got the same skin on both.
Yeah.
Here's the V-Bucks for what it would have cost.
I could see that.
Maybe.
Epic Games is one thing I will say about Fortnite. I don't play it religiously. I do play it here and there. I actually haven't played it in like the last couple of weeks now. It's funny. I finally got the costume I wanted,
And then you stop.
And
and I
stop.
stopped playing.
So it's like Overwatch, pretty much.
He got what
it.
he wanted, and then he was like, well, there's nothing else to work towards.
We'll tell about that in a minute. But anyway, One thing that I've always noticed to them is they seem very good about listening to their player base, listening to what the players want, making the adaptations. Yes, there's still issues with any big game that has like every player known to mankind. But yeah, they've been very good about from what I've seen.
They take a lot of their fan suggestions as well. Like a lot of skins that people post on Reddit have turned into actual skins in the game.
Yes.
Like that tomato head guy.
Yep. Electronic Arts CEO Andrew Wilson also spoke enthusiastically about crossplay. Whether or not Battlefield 5 and other upcoming EA games would support it remains to be seen. Everyone came forward and made a statement. This is a good article. We're looking at key franchises in terms of how we're going to deliver the crossplay platform in a similar way that Fortnite has, especially some of our titles that have a broad and diverse fan base. Households typically only have one console, so the ability to bring PS4 to a console and console to mobile in that play experience could bring families together or bring friends together. We think that it's an important part of our future development profile, both in terms of mobile games that we have today moving up per se. So yes, we want to do it. Sony's announcement about cross-play support comes a few months after the company said in July that it was confident that it would find a solution that will make gamers happy and preserve Sony's business interests. The specifics about the deal that Sony hammered out with relevant parties to make crossplay a reality has not been disclosed and likely won't be. I do know when they made the announcement, they also clearly said this breaks everything that we've got in place with like 90 different companies, and we've had to restructure deals with everyone to make this a reality.
Yeah. I mean, it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
No one was expecting it either. I think everyone kind of got blindsided this of, wait, Sony caved?
Yeah, no, exactly. What do you think, Natalie, so far, before I keep going? You've been very quiet.
I'm waiting for you to finish the article.
Is there like a big cliffhanger at the end?
Probably not. But
and then Sony blew up.
Because I'm not like you. I'm not going to interrupt you. It's cool. Just keep going.
I'm not interrupting. This is a long article. I'm trying to discuss things in the middle of it, Natalie.
Honestly, I mean, good for the people that play Fortnite, but I don't.
But Fallout 76 would be cool to play. You could be like, "Are you an Xbox?" No.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know about that because I like to have my fellow Sony users and leave the Microsoft crowd out. But it's whatever. It's cool. It's cool.
So that's pretty much the
More
end.
people to
It just
play
goes
with,
back
I mean,
to
you know?
2016. Microsoft said that they were going to allow people to link
That's
their
it?
accounts. Yeah, that's pretty much. It did scroll down all the way, but I guess that is near the end
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So.
I mean, it's good. It's more people to play with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good. I do like this. There's nothing bad about it. The only issue that I have with this is now that we are officially doing crossplay, looking at the negative connotations of it, we are moving away from a very competitive world in gaming.
How so?
Okay, well, let's look at the situation right now. We have Xbox and we have Sony.
Oh,
right?
you mean competitive in terms of like consoles?
Right,
I thought you meant like in game, and I'm like, this makes it even more
So
competitive.
Very
if
competitive,
anything.
yes.
Here's the big issue, though, and this is what problem I have with this, and I'll be the devil's advocate for this. Okay. Sony has like God of War.
Yes.
Xbox has Gears of War.
Yes.
Okay, they both have a war. One's in the future, one's in the past.
Never thought
Right
of it
now,
that way.
if you want to play God of War, you need to get Sony.
Yeah.
Right now, if you want to play Gears of War, you got to get an Xbox.
Yeah.
What made things another part of that competition was, Dan has Fortnite on PlayStation, so I'm going to play Fortnite on PlayStation. So with that and God of War, sell me a PlayStation.
Okay.
And, same thing with this. Dan has an Xbox, and we want to play Fortnite on that, so I'm going to get it on my Xbox because I'm also going to play Gears of War and Halo. The more that these become one, the less competition we're going to have.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Because if Sony, who's already winning in the exclusivity market, gets to a point where they don't need to be exclusive anymore, why make the better games?
But that would be what keeps it competitive, though, because I think it's good for the sake of you don't find someone who you're best friends with so and so. They have a different console, so you can't play together on these multiplayer games that are already cross-play with other ones. Because you also have to remember that Xbox and the Nintendo Switch, they have cross-play on, I think, like the majority of their games that can have multiplayer with cross-play. But they both have their exclusives, and they're both doing perfectly fine in terms of selling their consoles for those exclusives. Because, I mean, I think that's always going to be what's happening, and it's the multiplayer being able to play with your friends, but at the same time going, if you want to play Gears of War, you need to buy an Xbox, or you need to come over to my house and play on my Xbox, or vice versa with God of War.
I think what you're saying is that if they do cross over, then the companies are just going to get lazy.
That's what it is. It's no competition in the market anymore.
Things, yeah.
But
why do you think GameStop became the king of selling games?
Because they bought out EB Games.
What I'm saying is there was no competition. They got to be super shady and have super problematic practices because there was no reason to be better.
Think of it this way then. Because I see it the complete opposite way of they want to work even harder on their exclusive games so that you do go, I can play with whoever I want in these multiplayer, but I do want this exclusive game that's on the PlayStation, so I'm going to go for the PlayStation and cross-play with the other consoles. Whereas if it got lazy, it would be more of what you're saying of, well, I don't care about the exclusives, so I'm just going to grab the one that has a controller that I enjoy using most. Because I don't know about you, but that's actually another reason I like the PlayStation is it's more comfortable.
But we're only coming down to the exclusivities now. One of the biggest selling points. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe that's going to make them make more.
Because I mean, if anything,
how many times have we played a system? Because you and I both worked at GameStop. We really should do another GameStop stories.
Yes, we should.
Everyone asks for it.
They love them.
Before it's always been. Well,
what I'm saying, one of the biggest selling points. Whenever someone come by, they come into the store, and I know you said it, and I said it multiple times. People come in and they'd be like, "What do I get? Do I get an Xbox or a PlayStation?" And if they were asking because of a Call of Duty title or a Battlefield, or 9 times out of 10 responsible, what do your friends play?
Yeah.
But now it's, well, which one should I get? Well, it won't matter because you can play everything on everything.
Yeah.
So
but then it would become a market of, well, which one should I buy? Well, do you ever see yourself playing Gears of War? Do you ever see yourself possibly playing? Because it creates because before it was a competitive market in terms of which one did you want to play with your friends.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I
did the same thing.
It's got the weird
Dan,
lower.
do me a favor.
It hurts.
Take my man card for a moment. Oh my god! It hit right on the funny bone, and it feels fine.
I did the same thing, and it's not even. Calm down, dude. Calm down. No, you're not joking. I can see the tears in your eyes right now.
I just think, if anything, this is going to make the companies more likely to want to make exclusive games. That becomes if you want to buy a console, you're going to keep in mind what games do you think you might play.
At this point, in order to sell their games in their specific consoles, they're gonna have to do if you buy it on PlayStation, you get this outfit. If you buy it on the Xbox, you get this outfit. I hope not, because otherwise that's just gonna be a disaster, man. It's gonna be pointless, and it's gonna piss off a lot of people. I can tell you that right now.
Oh yeah,
I hope they don't go that route because.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens out of this, regardless. Because we're already in a weird place where there's been a debate if we're going to have another generation of consoles, or if we should. There is. There's a debate if we're just going to have minor gaming computers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the big issue, because I used to argue all the time, I remember the PC Master Race, and my biggest argument against the PC Master Race. PC Master Race. A biggest argument against the PC Master Race, because I'd be in the military, and I'd have buddies who didn't have a lot of income. Nobody could get a goddamn gaming computer.
It's true.
I'd have a buddy who'd hit me up, what are you playing this game on? Well, I'm going to play on a PlayStation. Why don't you get on PC? It'll look so much better. It'll be amazing. It'll run at 120 frames per second. And then I go, shut up, Dan. No. But no.
Dan was in the army?
Yeah, apparently.
But no, I'm talking about another friend of ours.
I know. I
know.
Okay,
you know who I'm talking about, who always argued PC, and then no one would play with them. Yep. And then they'd cry because they have this powerful PC.
I do.
But no one played with them. But my argument was always, yes, I could get it on my PC, and I have a crazy graphics card. I have a crazy RAM. I have a crazy computer. But at the same time, no one else does in my friend group. If I get Destiny on PlayStation, I have 20 people on our Discord who can play. I get Destiny on the PC. It's me, Crypt, and Shank can play at 10 frames per second. And
don't make fun of Shank like that.
He has 1 frame per second. And he's like, please don't get shot between those other frames. Oh, God.
But what I'm saying is, that's always been my argument against computer versus PC console, and we're already in a weird situation where there's a debate if we're going to get a PlayStation 5 or if a PlayStation 5 is just going to be a gaming computer.
Yeah.
Because PS4 is pretty computer-like as it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's beautiful, yeah.
I mean, this morning, in order to prep up for us to do Life is Strange, which we're doing after the gaming podcast stream today,
there we are.
I had to go clean up the data, and I'm going through a system menu with storage and cleaning up gigabyte. Dude, PlayStation 1, which I ordered the classic, by the way. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
I'm surprised.
No, you're not talking about that because we don't have time.
one.
You just wasted all your time into this specific thing.
It's
so
a good topic.
Wrap it up, boy. Wrap it up.
What's the music for wrapping it up?
Wrap it up, man. I've got this to go through, so you might want to haul ass. I'm just saying.
Wow, she's
I'll say one last comment on the
Yes, please do.
crossplay is I think it's good for the sake of you don't have to sacrifice an exclusive that you want to play so that you can play multiplayer games with your friends. For example, if Benny wanted to play Gears of War, I don't want Gears of War. Okay.
That is not wrapping
No,
up.
it's not.
What the? So much for that.
Do
line.
research.
I said it was the wrap it up box.
But like if you wanted to play Gears of War, but I wanted to play God of War, I would not feel like I had to sacrifice a game that I wanted to play so that I could play with you on multiplayer games.
No, you're right.
That's the benefit I see to this. I do see what you guys are saying, but I think it's just going to make the exclusives more important be a reason
but
to
the
choose.
exclusives are Sony's anyway. They're not
Yeah.
like any other companies. They will keep their
I am buying-
exclusives to themselves. They're not going to be sharing it with.
I'm playing
anyone
Forza,
else.
by the way. I'm going to get an Xbox.
Oh my God!
She's talking exclusives.
Exactly, though.
But I will say
that's
this,
an
I will say
exclusive to Xbox
A
that's
perk to
making you
this?
go, I'm going to do that, but I can
That's-
still play with my
that's-
PlayStation.
That's one of the three exclusives
That's
that
what she was
Xbox
saying.
has.
She was
It's still an exclusive that
But
would make you buy
what
it,
I was
though.
trying to say before Dan so rudely interrupted, because we don't interrupt on this show.
No, we never interrupt.
God damn it, shut the f*** up! Such to that, Dylan. Anyway,
Damn.
So I'll see you guys later.
I was going to say is when I met Dan, initially we didn't play very many games because Dan had a...
I was on a 360.
They won't go this far back, but we were all playing Destiny 1 on PS4. Dan was on 360. Now, if crossplay was a thing, we would have actually
I
played...
forgot about that.
Yeah, we would have actually
I
played
was
games
poor.
with Dan early on. So I do see the positives to this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could also see the potential negatives from there being less competition on the field, less things to care about as a company.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
what's the next topic of today, Natalie? Since we had to
I'm just
wrap
gonna
it
go.
up?
Fine. I'm just gonna go over the TGS news real quick because we don't have time now. Because
We
someone
have plenty of time.
took his time.
Nobody
It's
nobody
cool.
gave me a clock.
It's all right.
We only have 30 minutes.
so
See, I don't even know where we're at.
so Tokyo Game
hold
Show.
on. Geralt, the Witcher, could you bring me a bottle of water?
Me too.
I'm good, man. I can prepare it, man.
Please, Geralt, and do it with magic.
All right, that's cool. All right. So we're gonna start the
Thank
TGS
you.
the TGS recap with one thing that we don't care about: Death Stranding, because they showed
Oh my
nothing.
god, it looked amazing.
They showed nothing, dude.
Troy Baker showed up
Okay,
and said,
yeah,
if you're going to walk
exactly.
around a lot, look at a giant tiger.
And then they just introduced a giant monster, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, no gameplay, so have fun with that."
But what if
Okay.
that is the gameplay? Running from the giant monster. Walking simulator becomes running simulator.
So it's delivery guy now, just making his way across the mountain, delivering packages, and
don't
then
e-
he just encounters
You
monsters
don't
and
even
just
like,
run away
that thing
from
showed
them.
us a couple things. One, they can create things out of this weird misty ghosty thing.
You
Two,
don't understand.
The thing on
You're
his back
like,
is alive.
You're like
the thing
all
on his
of
back
the,
is alive.
you're like all of these people on Twitter, like, "Oh my God, he's just put like a 2-minute trailer out. This is God."
I stand by my statement.
I
On
understand
one-
everything.
on
I
one-
understand everything.
On one
No,
hand,
you don't understand
Hideo
shit.
Kojima may just turn out to be a crazy asshole,
I
but on the
know.
right hand,
I know.
my Metal Gear Solid fanboyism is going, he's a
Well, wait
genius.
then. Wait for it then. If you're a fan of Metal Gear, I got some news for you. Okay.
Oh God, what
Cool,
is
cool.
be doing
All right,
now?
so just
Hold
moving on,
hold
moving on,
No,
because
before-
Death Stranding does not matter. All right.
Benny, stop interrupting your wife.
Oh, she did not just say that.
Death Stranding does not
I
matter.
almost popped the top of this thing off.
You're spitting everywhere. You all right? You all right?
Oh!
Yeah. You know what? I'll move a little
Death
bit over
Stranding
to
is
you.
going
being
to be
safe.
incredible. Do not kill this.
Wake me up when they actually show some gameplay. Because it's been 2 years, man. Just so you know, it's been 2 years. No other
The
game
man
has done
was
that.
fired.
No
He's been working
other
under
game has
insane
done that.
deadlines and crunches. You until we see gameplay, you cannot judge Death Stranding.
All right.
You can call him a crazy
Neither
asshole
can
all
you.
you want, but you cannot judge this game until we see gameplay.
In my defense,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hideo
but
Kojima-
you also
Kojima-
can't judge it
He's-
positively until you
He's a
see
goddamn
it either.
genius,
Kojima.
and until I see gameplay, Kojima is going to be my I want him to carry my child and then stick it into a weird fetus position, and then I eat it and I make a monster.
well, just wait for the actual game to be released to that.
Stop it!
Because you know.
Do I badmouth Bioshock? I'm not Rob.
All right. So As I was
what
saying,
else
it does
happened?
not matter.
Kojima alone.
You know, just I was
If
I
you're
was
gonna give
gonna
us Metal Gear
spend.
news, I'd like Gary to be here just to see him cry.
What's that?
If you're gonna do Metal Gear news, I don't know what it is, but the way you said that, I want Gary to be on screen so they can see his tears.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right, Gary. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll be excited about it, not cry.
When?
What? Oh, go ahead. Oh no, it's gonna be.
Gary-
It's
Gary's
gonna be
the biggest
later.
fan of Zion.
It's
Can
gonna
you
be
be here?
later. Oh,
Can you be here
I
for
can
just
just
a
do it right
second?
now.
Yeah,
I
come here,
guess.
come here,
I guess. I guess.
Hold on, we gotta get him on camera.
All right.
Hey,
So.
so just so you guys don't know, this is Gary, our camera guy.
All right. So there you go. So Left
He's played
Alive,
3 games
right?
in his existence.
They've
He's got the
announced.
director
They were
hat
all
now.
Metal Gear.
They've announced Left Alive, and they showed a new trailer showing off the future full of guns and
What's Left Alive?
machines. That's a game that's coming out. I just said that, Ben.
But it's Metal Gear?
Will you wait for me to? Oh God damn it!
Okay.
Oh my God!
This is getting a
breaths.
very violent situation.
From the designers behind Metal Gear and Armored Core.
I like both of those.
I know.
Yeah, I never
If you
played
actually
Armored
watch
Core.
the
I remember
trailer,
it, but I never played
if
it.
you actually watch the trailer, it does look very similar
What is it
to
called
Metal Gear.
again?
Left Alive.
Left Alive.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone that's not Kojima is making this other game.
Yes. And everyone who's not Kojima is showing gameplay.
Okay.
Oh,
Leave
shots
Kojima
fired.
alone.
Shots
Leave
Alright.
him alone.
All right. The only good thing that came
Britney
out.
alone.
Leave Kojima alone.
Kojina. Kojina.
I have met.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
The
Just
only
real
good
quick. I just
thing.
want people to. I just want people to. I
hang
just
on.
want-
Shh. The only good thing about. The only
That's
good
how
thing.
you get him to shut up?
The only good thing about Death Stranding is Troy. Ow! You bit me. Ow!
This is going weird.
The only good thing about this trailer is Troy Baker obviously was a freaking badass.
Okay.
You know, he's voicing over a badass, but that does not show us anything.
I have met multiple movie stars. I've met video game developers. I literally met like
Oh, it's true.
Mark
Oh.
Ruffalo, and I was fine.
Wait. It was at the Dice Awards.
Yeah.
Right?
He's cool.
Before you say that though, we went to his party because that was like right around the time that he got fired. So like Sony was like, hey, just come to the Dice Awards. You're a big guest here, right? And we went to his party, which was at the top of the hotel we were staying at. And while in the elevator, I was telling Ben, wouldn't it be cool if we just like walked out of the elevator and he was just standing there? It happened.
Really?
We just walked out and he was just like,
So there are 3 people that I can think of off the top of my
And
head
Ben, yeah.
that I've actually been nervous to talk to
he's true.
and couldn't actually get a real conversation out.
Yep.
It was Hideo Kojima. Mm-hmm. It was Scott Snyder before I got into this whole comic thing. Because we actually met him before comic storing became a thing.
Yep.
We actually met him at a local comic book convention. He had just started doing New 52 Batman. Like no one knew really. Like he did Black Mirror. He had kind of a name. But like this is before I got to know all these comic book writers and stuff like that. But I've had that happen.
Danny, thank you so much.
What Danny do now? Oh, Danny.
Thank
Once
you
again,
for
guys,
those
for those
5
who-
gifted subs.
Thank you so much, Danny.
That's a lot. Thank you so much, man. Sorry, Ben. Yes.
So, but anyway, it was Scott Snyder and Hideo Kojima. And I can't even think of the third, but I know there was one more time that I couldn't like talk to them.
I know,
But like,
because you had an
but
opportunity.
just in a great example of how like normally I don't care. Like we met Mark Ruffalo, and I would never get a photo, no
Oh,
problem,
that
chat
was
with
so
him, no
cute.
problem.
I still have that picture on my
yeah,
phone.
but I had no problems. Dan was nervous talking to him.
No, you
Well, it's the
actually...
All I know-
Freaking Hulk!
Actually, you were scared. You were like, we're in a party right now. He's
But
playing
once
VR.
I got over there, I was able to talk to him, no problem.
It's true,
Yeah,
you
I was a
were.
little nervous walking up to him.
Yeah, 'cause
but
you were
there's-
like, I don't
But there's
wanna
2 people that I
bother him.
couldn't talk to.
He
Yeah.
remembered my name, I just want to say. He was like, Dan, right? I'm like,
Dan went over to him and was too scared to ask for a selfie.
no, I wasn't
But
scared.
hold on, in your
Everyone
defense-
else was asking for one, so I was like,
Yeah.
I just
Piss him
wanted to be
off.
like, dude, you're awesome. Like, thanks for being great.
He did, but then Dan went back to get a selfie. And he said,
Yeah.
I remembered you because you're the only guy who didn't.
Yes.
That's true.
And he was like, you're cool. And I was like, you're cool. We're best friends.
Anyway, there was a third person. I don't remember who it was. I think it was before Comic Story became a thing, though. But Hideo Kojima's when we were already taking off, we had already gained some size. And, like, I was with the company, and they wanted me to ask him dumb questions, and he had his translator there. And I'm like, I'm not asking, like, my video game idol dumb questions that he won't understand.
What is it? Oh, God.
Green Skull. They got
No.
Green Skull to do it.
The-
If anybody
his
knows him in the
translator.
gaming.
The guy who's always with him.
Yeah.
Guillem something? No, it's not Guillem.
No, Guillermo Del Toro. I don't know
Del
how to say his
Toro,
first
there
name.
you go, yes.
He was with them.
Guillermo.
Guillermo,
I think
that's
so,
it.
yeah.
Guillermo. I always want to
Yeah.
call him Guillermo. I can't say it.
I always say Guillaume because it's a French name, but it's not.
Well, Guillaume's your cousin's name too. And yes, Shane Lane. This is a Berserk shirt.
All right.
This is my brand, and it will begin to bleed when the demons get near.
Oh my god.
I got you, Dan.
So they asked you. They were like, ask anything you want, and I think Green Skull ended up asking him which brand of toothpaste he likes more.
Yeah, that's what he likes. Green Skull. That guy will do anything you wanted to for a couple of years.
You should have seen it, like,
He's
with
awesome,
Kojima's
super
face. Yeah, he was just like.
So anyway.
Anyway, so the next one, which was very exciting, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, had like a 10-minute gameplay.
I know you and a lot of moderators, Dante, are super excited, but I have zero interest in this game.
That's fine.
I don't know why though. Like, I think this is the kind of game I would like.
That's fine. They actually showed a giant ass snake, and it was pretty intimidating. It was awesome. That was awesome, man. And they showed one boss fight, something that Death Stranding should have done like a year ago.
They did. He showed up.
They didn't actually show the gameplay, Ben. The guy that was actually playing the gameplay fought the freaking boss. Didn't just stare at him, or her.
It was her. Maybe it was a running simulator now.
He was commentating at the same time as play. You know what? It's cool. All right, cool. It was great. If you're into Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Neo, that's going to be a great game. Next one is PS Vita manufacture and shipping ends in 2019, unfortunately.
That is sad.
I thought that was already dead.
I love the PS Vita. The problem with the PS Vita is
it was kind of
it was way before its time, and they didn't know how to market it properly.
Yeah.
Like, if the PS Vita came out now and they updated the technology, because we have the technology, like they updated the concepts in it, like controlling your PlayStation with your Vita and things like that.
Yeah.
So that it would be amazing, but they put it out way too early, and it's just.
Jump Force will let you create your own custom character. It's a fighting game, like the Jump Force, the fighting.
That's right.
Oh, what the hell?
I fake spit. I was gonna do a real spit take, and then I realized Natalie would murder me.
I would have, yes.
But I
would have watched with popcorn.
Well, I was gonna aim for you with the spit take.
So
that is not how.
But wait,
line of sight, Ben.
But wait, there's more.
Line of sight.
But wait, there's more. Yes.
I can make my own Goku.
I'm not sure about that.
I did in Xenoverse. You're telling me I can make my own Goku and I can beat the real Goku?
I don't know, man. I guess you're gonna have to wait and find out. I want to beat One Punch Man up with my Goku and be like, Dragon Ball better, bitches. All right then, moving on.
So the next one.
One Punch.
Resident Evil 2 got a new trailer that showed more of Claire's story.
Oh, Claire, yeah. I don't think I like her new outfit. Her new outfit is realistic for the modern day and age, and she's not in booty shorts, and I want booty shorts.
Actually, she is. It shows her butt perfectly, and I think it's beautiful.
Her what? It shows her butt?
Yeah. Just like Lara Croft's, yeah.
Doesn't she have full pants on now, though? How do you see in her butt? Is it like a thong?
It's form-fitting, Ben.
Oh, she's wearing nose pants.
Just like Lara Croft, like I just said.
All joking aside, I kind of like their newer outfits better. They look realistic as opposed to being like, look at her wearing booty shorts.
It's beautiful,
doesn't make any sense. I'm out running zombies. Oh, I had a nip slip.
Game had a nip.
No.
We're trying to not get censored and demonetized, Benny.
Jesus. DMC5 showed off more Dante gameplay. Showed off his Devil Trigger transformation. They showed Trish, Lady, and Nero's Mega Man inspired Mega Buster Devil Breaker.
I'm really here. I'm calling this now. Here's what I'm hoping is going to happen with Devil May Cry 5.
What's that?
I'm hoping we're going to get a Godzilla versus Zilla situation. So for those of you guys who don't know what that is, the American version of Godzilla was so poorly received. The Japanese company that owns Godzilla renamed America's Godzilla to Zilla. Then in a movie, had Zilla get dropped in Japan and Godzilla tore it apart.
That is amazing. Yeah. And actually very, very smart.
Now, what I'm hoping is
no,
DMC Dante, little sniveling, whiny emo boy, is going to portal in, and real Dante is going to be like, whatcha? And then Nero's going to pummel him, and then Lady and Trish are going to be like, nope. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, right, Ben? Jesus Christ.
I mean, I like DMC, but if you're giving me back real Dante, that's the right move.
I mean, it is for the fans this time, so yeah.
I just want to see them stomp on real. On
That's
fake
perfectly
DMC
reasonable. That's reasonable.
And Virgil with a bowler hat. What?
Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer showed off Big Hero 6 World, and Sora's selfies. Like, it looks like every game's doing that now.
Yeah,
selfie cam.
I don't know.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're about to shit on it, but I'm not gonna lie.
Spider-Man was good.
Some of the most fun I've had. I'm having so much fun in Tomb Raider.
I have yet to take one in Tomb Raider.
I keep getting shots of her about to die, or like jumping into spikes, and like,
Did you really?
See, I feel like games like that, it just feels out of place. With Spider-Man, though, it totally fits the personality of Spider-Man
It
that
does.
he would take selfies.
But
would.
Tomb Raider
He has
is
a phone.
twisted and demented because you can pause her at any moment in any cutscene,
Yeah.
and you can put a smile on her face.
I
So what
that
I've
just-
been doing is setting off traps and pausing it right as the spikes are going into her head, and then making her smile.
I have yet to do that, dude. I need to.
It's so fun.
See,
Oh
this
my
is what when
gosh.
Ben plays a video game, that's what he focuses on. I just focus on completing it.
Playing the game.
Yeah.
Or
okay, so-
like I got one where she's with the machine gun, and I'm like, and so you pull it up, and she's like, and I'm like,
God damn it! I need to actually
it's
check
fun.
out your photos.
There's no selfie mode though, so you got to position, so it's a little more difficult
okay.
than Spider-Man's.
Right. Okay, so next up we have From Software's VR title Déraciné.
You can also
Gotta
make her grimace
release-
and wink.
Huh?
You can make her wink.
Oh my gosh. How
She's
much
like-
are you going to talk about these selfies?
Okay.
It got a release date of November 6th, so I'm thinking we should stream that because it's gonna be like a one-off. It's gonna be very quick.
Which game?
Déraciné.
Which game? That might be you and Dan. 'Cause I can't pronounce
Déraciné.
it. Oh my god. You and Dan will stream that. I can't pronounce it.
It's French. Déraciné.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Anyway,
That game made her mad.
Yeah.
no, I don't even know anymore. Project Awakening from Cygames, best known for mobile titles such as Grand Blue Fantasy, announced its first console exclusive game, which is PS4 only. It's Project Awakening, just so you know. I had to repeat it because sometimes you don't follow.
What are we doing?
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is coming back on Switch and PS4.
That one I'm very excited
Yeah.
for. I remember playing that on the GameCube.
We're gonna have to 4-player co-op that on the couch as a stream.
Hell yeah.
Gary's gonna need
That's
to
gonna
do
be
something
fun.
for once.
This was back when I had GameFly too.
Aw.
Good old
Whatever happened
GameFly.
to GameFly?
It's still going, I'm
It's
pretty
still
sure.
going, yeah.
It's a great service.
Yeah. It's still going.
I loved it.
Can confirm. Project Judge came out with a trailer, which is a detective thriller from the makers of Yakuza. It looks incredible, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I know there's been a lot more news, like about the Sega being pushed back or whatever.
What happened?
I don't know. There was the console that was supposed to be released or something. Got pushed
Sega
back.
had a console.
Didn't they? Yeah, I think they came out with their
They-
own micro
the
console.
Sega
Yeah.
New Genesis?
Yeah, they pulled like this thing that PlayStation's doing.
Yeah, everyone's doing it now.
Yeah. It just got pushed back.
I'm a little
That's all there
confused
is
as
to
to
it.
why, but okay. Then again, I did buy the PlayStation Classic before.
You did.
The moment they announced it, I was like, I don't even know if I want this. But if I don't grab it now,
You're
I
gonna
won't
hate
get
yourself.
it. Yeah, I won't get it ever. Like, period.
It's true. You're right about
In
that.
fact, you'll want it more because you don't have it.
Right. I got a feeling I'm going to hook it up over in Gary's corner, and he'll remember the 90s, and I'll just completely forget about
He'll
we
just
even
play
have
Final Fantasy VII for like the 10th time.
it. It just
12?
have these
Way
images of-
to underestimate
20th.
the number of times he's
20th
played.
time. 20th time. He can confirm. Okay.
Hold on, let's see what's real quick since we're doing our overall podcast. Let's
Yeah.
see what's games are on it now because there was no game.
There's only 17, I believe. Or
thought it
from
was
when
20.
I sent, or when I
Gary,
saw.
come here for a
Oh,
minute.
it is 20. Okay.
I want to tell you
I
the
don't know
20
why I
games,
thought
see if any of these
17.
are going to play.
Maybe it's the
So for those of you guys who don't know,
Okay.
Gary has not played games since the 90s.
Oh
correct.
no, he's
It's only
played
sort of true.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, no,
So
he
true.
he's played games since the 90s. They just happen to be 90s games.
Okay. The newest game I've played actually was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Did
What a
you really?
great game.
Yeah.
I didn't play it all the way through.
He was talking about
You
how
played the
beautiful
beginning
it
with
was.
Tomb Raider here in the office.
Yes, I did.
He
That
played the
too.
beginning and went, "This reminds me of this other game that I used to play. I'm going to go play that
Reminds me
instead."
of Tomb Raider.
Okay, so the games that are on it apparently are going to be Gary. And so if I hook this
Okay.
up in your corner,
Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy 7.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Smart.
Jumping Flash.
Never played it. Never even heard of it.
That one was
Yeah.
good. Ridge Racer 4.
Great game.
Okay. Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
Yeah,
Yep,
definitely.
That's okay.
Wild Arms.
Never played it. Always wanted to.
Loved that game.
Yeah.
So Gary's never going to leave the office again from the sounds of things.
Is that it?
No, there's total 5. They're
Just
just,
20. Yeah.
they're just being dumb and putting them across multiple things, it looks like.
This is how
More
you get
ads,
people
Ben.
to go through
Yeah.
all
No,
of your
now I was
pages.
going. That's not even the whole thing.
Thanks, IGN.
Yeah, really.
Thanks,
There you go,
IGN.
sweetie. Yeah.
Oh, is that all of them?
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
it
Oh
is,
wait,
yeah.
maybe.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer, Tekken, Wild Arms, Metal Gear Solid,
There you go.
Castlevania Symphony of the Nights.
For the record-
I'm actually gonna play this. I'll
The
play
Netflix show, there's only 4 episodes of the Castlevania.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of good.
One, Parappa the Rappa, Resident Evil 2. This is an incredible lineup.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, they took their biggest hits. And
They
put it on.
did.
Resident Evil 1. We're gonna
Otherwise, they wouldn't be
Okay.
selling, Ben.
Benny, were you about to say
Go
I'm
over.
gonna get
Keep going.
this?
No.
We have more to look at.
Yeah.
I can't scroll over that way for some
No,
reason.
you got to click the arrow.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta click the arrow.
arrow,
What?
man.
Oh.
Yeah, the
My
one your
God,
mouse
Ben.
is over.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 8,
Oh.
Suikoden 2. I don't think all of these are going on it.
They can't
Final
be.
Fantasy
That's
nine.
That's more than 20.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 9 is coming to PlayStation 4.
Here it is. So where's the
Sucks.
game list? Where's the games list? I can
Come
see
on.
Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, I can
Well,
see.
they probably just announced like the big games, and then the rest.
They've
are gonna
only
be, like-
announced 5.
Yeah.
So they've only announced Final
okay.
Fantasy 7, Tekken 3, Ridge Racer 4, Jumping Flash, and all that.
Yeah.
If they're smart, they would put out like a voting system
Yeah.
of like, hey guys, what are like the biggest games you want?
Yeah.
Well, cause here's the issue I can tell you right now. They probably have licensing issues with almost all of these.
Yeah, I can see
Because
that
they're
too.
not made by Sony.
That's true.
Like this is when they had a lot of third parties going
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah,
Cool.
I could see that.
What is your verdict, Gary? Do you want it in your corner or can I have it?
Was
Well,
that
I still
really
have a
question?
PS1.
Gary's like, I have all those
my
games
God.
already.
Several PS1 games, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. So yeah, you can take it. I just need
fair.
like an old tube TV over here that I can plug it into.
That's
said it,
honestly
we're
the
buying
main
that.
benefit
Yeah.
for Gary will be the fact that he'll be able to use it on his current TV.
It's true. All right.
All
Thanks,
right, Natalie,
Gary.
you want to wrap up today's episode?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed our episode. It was kind of really long, actually, I think.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot to go over. What
Yeah.
have we played recently? We haven't done that either.
Oh, I am trying to go for a platinum on Tomb Raider, and if you'd like to join me for that, I have my own Twitch now, twitch.tv/candy. Shameless plug. Then again, it's my channel, so it's cool. I do what I want, Dan.
Yeah.
I do what I want. What about
do what
you, man?
Won't. I finished the main story of Dragon Quest XI the other day.
Nice.
It was very, very fun. Took me 50 hours.
Damn.
And
Whoa,
apparently
isn't.
there's a lot of post-game stuff and tons of cool costumes. So I'm probably going to play a little bit more
Nice.
of it.
Nice.
Very nice.
I
Yeah, you,
finished
Ben?
Spider-Man, did everything in it. I'm at the point now where I have to do nothing but crimes and swing around the city. So I keep going on for like a half hour, doing a couple crimes. I'll get the platinum eventually. I'm just not going to piss myself off.
And by getting on, you mean saying, Houston, can you go do some crimes for me?
No, so that was actually funny. That it wasn't crimes. We were sitting down here, whatever, and Houston came downstairs, and I was doing the research missions, and Houston was like, "I did this one," and I'm like, "Good, do them all." And I walked away for like an hour, and I come back, and he goes, "Got you the trophy." I'm like, "Didn't have to actually, but thank you." I didn't actually. Houston, of all people, I did not expect to actually just play the game for me.
See?
Right.
See, my tweet earlier, when I was like, see, it's just, okay, listen, this is recorded now. It's going live. You guys heard him. And he was like,
was
I
a
don't know what
research
she's
case. It didn't
talking
come
about.
anyway.
I don't know what she...
Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed, exactly. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so
I'm
much.
down to the trophies. I started Tomb Raider, as you can tell earlier, and I've been playing with
Yes.
the selfie cam more than the game.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you blame me? Doesn't
Yeah.
it sound like fun to make her smile and
It
get stabbed
does,
in the head?
actually.
It sounds like more fun to not get stabbed in the head.
No, it's not. I've also been playing the crap ton of Warframe.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm so strong.
Yeah,
And then
sure,
I
Ben.
discovered I have so many more things to get.
Oh, God. All right.
And don't
you've been
worry,
into
he
it
will
too.
get
You've
them.
been into it too. She's
Sure, I mean,
she
I'm
finally broke
streaming it,
away from
though.
being Catwoman.
Yeah. I'm
So she had
trying other
Cora.
things.
She refused to play anything else.
Yes.
Finally got her to do
I
Titania.
am now a
and
fairy.
Valkyria. Yeah. You're what?
I am now a fairy with butterflies around me. Don't judge me.
This weekend
Okay.
we'll be streaming that and giving away Prime access. So anybody who wants to be the dragon that they just Chroma Prime just got released. It's really
Bahamut, the dragon.
And tonight, actually, and tomorrow, Natalie and I are going to be working our way through all the Final Fantasy XIV new content.
Yes.
There you go.
So if
Yes,
anybody's around
indeed.
wants to join us, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Find us on our Discord, because anybody watching this on Saturday, this has already happened. But if you were on our Discord, you would know.
In the meantime, you guys can talk to us on Twitter. He is at Dante Editor.
Soon to
that's
be
right,
Dante
right?
producer.
Yeah, you might
Eventually
wanna
it'll
change that.
I've got
Okay.
my hat.
Yes, there you go. You can follow me at Zodical Candy, and you can follow him at Comic Storian.
Thank you, Natalie.
Of course. Of course. Thank you so much for joining me today. And we'll see you guys here next time.
Can I finger gun?
No, please don't.
Kojima!